Welcome to our studio, Miss Jeanne Sinquefield.
Hi.
Our bell ringer.
Hey, I've rang the bell at every Sinquefield Cup.
Exactly. Jeanne, 12 years ago, you rang the bell for the first Sinquefield Cup. That was
2013.
2013, and it was Magnus Carlsen.
There was only 4 players.
That's right. Lavonoronian, Hikaru, and Gadakamsky. And it was at that tournament, 2013, that Magnus Carlsen signed his contract that would take him to Chennai as the challenger for the World Championship. So a lot of history, the Sinquefield Cup. Did you expect it to be so historical?
For those who haven't been watching all the years, do you remember the years that Bobby won 7 straight?
Of course, that was
Magnus?
the very next year.
No one can forget that.
I mean, it's like one year I was paying attention to the data, and I think it could have been that tournament.
Yeah,
we had 1 million people watching from 192 countries.
Exactly.
It was like people were going, "Hey, you gotta!"
Yeah. This is
He's
crazy.
winning and winning. And he won the 7th, and it was like blew up. Right.
Yeah, I know. I remember coming in each and every day. We were staying at the Chase. We'd walk to the club, and Maurice and I would just come in each and every day to the studio and look at each other and say, "No, the streak is going to end today.
Today's the day.
Today's the day." And I mean, it went to the 8th game.
Yeah.
And he was playing against Magnus with the black pieces, and he had a winning position that ended in a draw.
But he still.
Yeah.
I remember Magnus was tough. He was just. Because he'd lost, right?
Yeah.
It was sort of like, I think after the 8th game, he'd won the match.
Yeah, well, won the tournament. Yeah,
He'd already won the tournament, okay?
Exactly.
So it was like, and Magnus was going, it was just, who is this kid, right?
And then you're competitive with your husband, Rex, and you said, I want to have my tournament too. And you organized for the ladies, the Cairns Cup.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the Cairns Cup and all of the top ladies?
I like the Cairns Cup because when you get these really top games, a lot of people end up playing for draws.
Yep.
Okay, but the Cairns Cup, the women are they'll give up 3 pieces to, fight, and you're going like, what the hell are you doing,
Right.
Never, it's not in the book, okay? But you get a lot more winners.
Yeah, they fight very hard, the ladies
But
do.
if you look, what's the percentage of women, winning is versus draws.
Yeah.
And you find that the Women's
play
Cup is just a little more fun.
Yeah.
Women play more fighting chess.
I can't go. But yes, but also to what really stands out for me was I was brought up in chess in the 70s. And in those days, they had Boy Scout, but they didn't have a chess badge. They didn't have the chess merit badge. And for years, Bobby Fischer had been writing in the 60s for Boy Scouts of America, chess columns, but we never got the merit badge.
Okay, you know how we got it?
Tell the story.
I had a friend that was on the national, I'm really active in Scouts.
Right.
People figure that out, right?
Right.
And I called her up and asked her how you could get a merit badge approved, and she says, I'm on this committee that approves the new merit badges.
Right.
She says, they had 100, and chess was like at the bottom of the list. So I said to her, I'll tell National I will pay for the launch at the St. Louis Chess Club.
Right.
And it worked out, it was the same time that we opened the World Chess Hall of Fame.
Right.
So they decided that they could do a chess merit badge because of the publicity. So Randy came, okay, and I had arranged to get this astronaut who had played chess in outer space and was an Eagle Scout.
Right.
So I taught the first 18 kids in America from mid-Missouri, and then we had one kid from St. Louis later. He was the highest rated scout kid in the state. And it was like, think about you're like 11, 12 years old. You were in the chess merit badge.
Yes.
And an astronaut gives it.
I know. That was it.
And then a few years later, when the women could join, I got some of we had a women's tournament then. And so they graciously taught the chess merit badge to the new female scouts. So we did it a day before any girl could actually join scouting, but we had a side deal with So the first kids to ever earn the chess merit badge were from Missouri.
Got it.
So-
And I remember the Boy Scouts came and they played a live game on Maryland Avenue. They blocked off the street. The pieces were people.
Yeah, we played a game that they had played in outer space, but
Yes.
it was a draw.
Right.
And so we opened it up again and played.
And then the astronaut came for that, and then the whole World Chess Hall of Fame. That was great. Those were amazing times.
And there was a video that just went viral.
Yeah,
and
from
people
that.
are going, Scouts have
Yeah.
the chess merit badge? And the chess bleeper is saying, Scouts are still alive?
And
Like, I missed an amazing event.
oh, for sure. And of course, if all of that wasn't enough, the Boy Scouts, the Cairns Cup, you got tired of coming to the dinners with Rex and listening to all the chess chatter, and you were. You were like, what are you guys talking about over here?
I went out and I realized there was nothing out there to teach kids.
Right.
So if you want it, it's free. This is the best part. The thing is free. I guess there's no QR code on this one, but
On that one.
you can go to the
Yeah, we
St.
got
Louis
it on
Chess
the
Club.
thing. There you go.
Okay, it's free. Okay.
Yeah.
You just have to print it out. It's a little workbook. If you're 7 and can read,
Guess
you're
what?
good.
You're good to
So
go.
those who are in their 70s, you're still good.
Yeah.
The young, the bartenders can use it too.
But check this out. I just want
15 languages.
but all of these chess grandmasters that come through town, you've been
No,
leaning on them pretty hard,
Your wife.
including
Your wife did Dutch.
Dutch,
Okay,
exactly.
And, Mongolian was fun.
Do I see Georgian in there?
I
helped. Falling
helped.
behind.
We haven't done Georgian, but I helped translate the Indonesian.
Right.
But I showed it to a female Indonesian.
You read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was nice. She said it was a little rough. So I just said, here.
Clean it up. This is polish
this
it.
is my. But see, I can't have anybody translate. They have to be a chess player because they know the words.
Yeah.
And they don't Google whatever
Translate doesn't do that.
Sort of work. But we're in 11 prisons,
11
we're in
prisons.
15 languages. I mean, I'm adding a couple more this year. So,
Exactly.
and
And when I think about the first responders and everything, the club undergoing a renovation, and I still love your joke, your in retirement joke. You have asked Rex, what would you like to do? He says, well, I like a chess club. How expensive can that be, a chess club? What's the future hold for us? Where is the St. Louis Chess Club and
well, we're about
Scholastic
to
Center
open.
going? Yeah, the new renovation. That's huge.
Yeah, we have. When we
30,000
started
square
the
feet.
club, there were no grandmasters
Right.
living in the state of Missouri.
Right.
Now they're 40.
Maybe more, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Moved
exactly.
here, and we have 3 of the top 10 chess things: Webster, Mizzou, and SLU.
Yeah, universities.
So the final 4 will those
Usually
get
in
the
some
sort
team from Texas.
So we get the best players, and we have the sign. Hey, I wanted to point out something
Yeah,
in the
please.
booklet, right? For those of you, okay, it comes with a paper chessboard.
Nice.
Okay.
And you cut out the pieces.
What you do is you cut out the pieces and you put them on bottle caps.
Right. Stick them on.
So that way you could drink and
and you got a new piece.
and this is how we're able to put it in the prisons,
Right.
because you just copy the board and cut the pieces out, and you can play. Not as good as a real chess set, but it's free.
Yeah. The price is right, Jeanne.
So okay.
Jeanne, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you very much for everything you do. Keep up all the good work.
Pleasure having you
Oh,
here.
having fun.
Absolutely.
Having fun.
Absolutely. And Nasi, who's going to win this event?
Let's have a look at the pie charts.